Move on to the back. So 7 and 8 are the same. I'm going to make those U tries. So I'll look when I give you your points on your homework that you've done them. Okay, they're the same exact idea. So I'm going to move on so your video doesn't get super long. Okay. Next, number 9. So we have if MN, NO, and MO are mid-segments, find the perimeter of JKL. All right. So MN, MO, and NO, those are all mid-segments. So that means if you double the mid-segment to its parallel side, or that'll give you the parallel sides value, okay? So if I look at 42 and I double it, I'm going to have 84 for JK. All right. And then 49 is a nice number to double. It doesn't have an X, I mean, in other words. So, here, I'll just do this. So that means 49 times 2 is 98. That makes JL 98, okay? Then, we're trying to find the perimeter, so we need to get every side. So what we're gonna have to do with 6x minus 1 and 13x minus 10 is what we were just doing on the last few problems. 2 times 6x minus 1 equals 13x minus 10. Okay, so we're using that mid-segment theorem. We're going to solve for x, have to plug it back in, and then we'll be able to find the perimeter. Okay, so 12x minus 2 equals 13x minus 10. Okay, so I'm going to get the 10s to go away on the right and the x's to go away on the left. 8 equals x. All right? Okay, so that still doesn't help us to find the perimeter. So for the perimeter, I don't really need to know my mid-segment length. I need to know the outer segment length. So that would be 13 times 8 minus 10. And that gives me 94. Okay? So now I have my 3 lengths I can add up for the perimeter. This one took quite a few steps to get our answer, but 84 plus 98 plus 94, that will be 276. All right, so we've dealt with sides for a lot of this, not angles, okay? I'm gonna try to do 10, 12, 14, and that should be enough for you to get the point. So angles are gonna come from this theorem right here that your mid-segment is parallel to the outer segment of the triangle, okay? And that means we can use, you know, those alternate interior, corresponding, all of those kind of angles, okay? So, what you don't want to do is assume that you have a mid-segment. Like for 10, I mean, it should happen in this section because that's what we're doing for our notes. But if you're getting like a mix of a lot of stuff, how can I be sure that I have a mid-segment? Well, if you look at 2 on either side, we have 1 dash. That means that's a midpoint. And then between 4 and 5, that has to be a midpoint too because there's 2 dashes on either side. So that means your middle segment is a mid-segment, but you need to check for this before you start using all of those mid-segment theorems and definitions, okay? All right, so now that we know that, we're given a couple of angles, and so let's see here. all right, we have 59 degrees, and then angle 4 is also going to be 59. Sorry, that took me a sec to see. So we have a corresponding here, since these green lines are parallel. All right, so angle 4 is also 59. Okay, then angle 5, now we can find that 180 minus 59. And that would give me 121. Okay. All right. Now, we can do the same kind of idea on the other side, but we're given 127. So 127 and 2 are going to make a line. Those will be 180. Okay, so just subtract, and angle 2 will give me 53. Okay. Then, just like before, angle 2 is going to correspond to angle 1. They open the same way. So angle 1 is 53. Okay, and then to get angle 3, we're going to use the fact that this is a triangle. So we'll do 180 minus 53 minus 59. And so angle 3 will be 68. Okay? Okay, and that's all of them. So angle 1 is 53. Angle 2 is 53. Those are corresponding. Angle 3 is 68. And angle 5 is 121. Okay? All right, 11 is very similar, so I'll have you try that. Okay, 12. All right, this one's a lot easier than the last one. So we can see that this is a mid segment because those are two midpoints and we're connecting them. So that means what's the relationship between these labeled angles? They're corresponding, okay? Because these two lines are parallel by the mid-segment theorem. So 7x plus 4 is going to equal 10x minus 11. Okay, and it wants us to just find x. So once we find that, we're done. Okay. So 15 equals 3x. So that means 5 will be x, and that is it. Okay. Oh, you try this one. It's a little different. These are same side interior. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, 14. Oh, well, same thing here. But now we're asked to find the measure of an angle, not just x. Okay, so I'm verifying that this is a mid-segment because either side is the same, so F and E are midpoints. And then these are corresponding. 9x plus 2 degrees will equal 15x minus 52 degrees. And then angle CBF is wanted. CBF is this one. Okay? All right, so 9x plus 2 equals 15x minus 52. Okay, and we're going to solve that for x and then plug it back in to get the angle. All right, so minus 9x plus 52. So 54 equals 6x, and therefore 9 is x, okay? And then even though these are corresponding, you can plug them into either angle, but I'll just stick with the one that's the question. So 9 times 9 plus 2 means angle CBF is 83 degrees. Okay? and you can try 15. It's actually similar to 13. Okay, so finish those 5 U tries. And if you have questions, you can ask me tomorrow in class.